man? What in the Mariah Carey, I don't know her, is going on here? Listen, we gotta talk, best friend, because, girl, Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck, honey, listen, let me tell you something, girl. Jennifer Lopez was rehearsing for her new tour. And best friend, she found out that all these headlines were headlining and they were saying that her and Ben were over. And she goes, ring, ring, Ben, you better put that Dunkin' Donuts down and we gotta meet, okay? Listen, so we gotta talk about this. But before we do, girl, let me introduce myself because this was a very chaotic 37 seconds, bitch. I am your new messy best friend, aka your favorite new chismosa, okay? Chismoso means nosy gossiper. So if you hear me say that, that's what it is. Best friend, we gotta talk about this because there's been a lot of headlines. There's been a lot of headlines about Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck. And girl, listen, I'm going to just tell you this right off the bat. If you or someone you know are a Jennifer Lopez fan, please understand that I'm just basically talking about the headlines and the gossip. I don't wish her or anyone else any ill will, and I hope and pray that they find their way. Shade not included. Listen, bitch, let me tell you something, okay? So there's been a lot of headlines. The headlines have been headlining, okay, bitch? TMZ. Girl. Listen, let me tell you something. Listen, I love my little man boobs, bitch. I mean, they're kind of giving, girl, like, you know what I mean, bitch? Listen, so there's been a lot of headlines, and you know, one thing about Jennifer Lopez that she loves is she loves to portray that everything is perfect, okay, bitch? Listen, I don't know. She has so many songs called I'm Real and Let's Be Real and Let's Get Loud and Let's Be Real and Waiting for Tonight and Love Don't Cost a Thing and If You Had My Love and all these things. But I just don't know why doesn't she just keep shit real. So there's been, you know, there's been so many headlines to the point that they're saying that Ben Affleck and her are living separately, allegedly, that, you know, that he's moved out. All of these things have been, you know, talked about and have been, you know, shared online, right? And to be very honest, like, you know, there's a saying, like, where there's smoke, there's fire. Yes, but, like, I do feel like, you know, at some point they should kind of talk about it, right? Well, they were seen together for the first time in 47 days. You know, first of all, let me just tell you something, girl. I don't know if I could be a celebrity. Like, you know, I love to entertain. I love it. But I don't think I would be able to follow the rules of the PR, you know, ways, you know, because a celebrity's like, well, you know, just like, you know, act like, you know, this and don't do that and, you know, pretend this. And I'm just like, girl, what happened to just saying, yeah, bitch, we got into a big fight, but we're working on it? Like, I don't understand why celebrities, like, no comprende, that, like, if they were a little more real, people would find them so much more interesting and they would just be so more relatable. Like, imagine if Jennifer Lopez went on Instagram and be like, look, there is a lot of headlines. Ben and I, we're not divorcing, okay? But we are having some issues, all right? But we're working on it like any other couple. If you guys have any tips or tricks, let me know. How cool would that be? Do you know what, like, how cool would it be if more celebrities took that route? I understand private life. I don't totally understand that. But when you sign up to be a celebrity and you're in the public eye, there is a very, you know, privacy is not really an option, unfortunately, you know, and I don't agree with it. I definitely feel like, you know, they should be able to have their privacy, obviously, best friend. But I definitely just feel like, you know, at some point they have to realize that their business is everybody's business. You know, the name on everybody's lips is gonna be Roxy. Listen, I love Chicago. Do you guys know that I worked on the Colombian version of Chicago? I'll tell you that in a second. Anyways, girl, listen. So they met up at Ben Affleck's son's Finn school, something like that. I don't know how many, girl, listen, I don't know what the Jennifer Gardner's going on here, but Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck met up for, you know, to support Finn. And, you know, they had a little chit chat and then they went inside. They were still wearing their wedding rings. You know, but they, you know, I mean, it's just, you know what it is? It's just such cheap PR. Do you know? Like, it's such cheap PR. I'll tell you something, bitch, okay? My mama taught me, girl, don't give a damn what nobody thinks about you, okay? It does not matter, okay? You want to say this and you want to say that, all right, boo-boo, you go ahead and you do it. It's sort of like what I do. I talk about what's in the news and stuff, right? But why should the fuck these celebrities care about what this messy ass is talking about? You know what I mean? Like, it just does not make sense. But I do think that doing these type of shots and reunions, knowing that there's paparazzi, is just such a way of just like hiding things, you know, and it just makes it even more like more open for people to come up with their own, you know, with their own stories about it. You know what I mean? So do you guys think it was a publicity stunt? Do you think that, you know, that what do you guys think is happening? Like, Jennifer, girl, listen. I'm real. What you get is what you see. She has listen. I'm not even pretending for a minute that I did not fuck with her first 2 albums. Listen, I love her first 2 albums, okay, bitch? Like, girl, I grew up on them, right? So, listen, I don't pretend, girl. But I will say that it's a shame of everything that has come out. And it's a shame that she has such a nasty attitude. And it's a shame that she has such diva behaviors, because she has some good hits, okay? And I'll give her that, including some movies, all right? I will give her that. Because I don't want to hear like, Sebastian, the other day I saw you singing Love Don't Cost a Thing. Why do you know all the words? Bitch, because I love those albums, okay? That's why, okay, girl? Because I do keep shit real. Anyways, girl, listen, right? Do you guys think that they should like stop this publicity stunt, if it is, or just kind of come out and say, we're good, we've just been busy? Do you know what I mean? What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Best friend, well, let me tell you something, right? So I have to tell you about the time that I worked in Chicago, the musical in Columbia. So Chicago was there, I think it was like 10 years. I still lived in Columbia, actually. So this must have been like 12 years ago, I think. And my mom's best friend was this very big makeup artist, and they were doing like a celebrity type Chicago, you know, Broadway, but in Spanish, right? And actually, you guys know that song from Roxy, and she goes, hang on, my funny honey, how does it go? Funny honey of mine. Do you know that one? Oh my God, how does it go? I forgot, bitch, but I know it in Spanish. It was like, si hago de bien, si hago de mal, él siempre estará conmigo igual. Me ama un montón, siempre será mi bombón. So that song is Funny Honey, but in Spanish. So what I did was, I sort of was like his assistant to all these actors and stuff. And it was such a fun thing to be backstage at a show. Like, I will tell you, like, I've never been to Broadway before, but I mean, it was like a 1,200 seat place. So, I mean, it was big, right? It was like a big production, but it was so freaking cool to see, like, the process of the actors, like, before they got on stage and stuff. And I had the biggest crush on one of them, best friend. And best friend, let me tell you something, girl. There was this one guy, right? This, like, older guy. He came up to my mom's friend, who I was like, he was sort of mentoring me, right? And he went up to my mom's friend, which is an older guy too. And he went up to him and he was like, hey, who's that kid you're always with? And he was like, oh, it's sort of like my nephew. It's, you know, one of my best friend's son. And he goes, oh, does he have a rate? Does he have a what now? Girl, he wanted to pay to be with me. And he wanted me to accompany him, like, on several, like, you know, events and stuff. And he was gonna pay for me to sort of just keep him company. Because he thought that that's what my mom's friend was doing with me, that he was paying me to keep. I was like, what in the gigolo is going on here? Seriously, girl? And, you know, the worst part was, like, you know, I'm into older guys, but I'm like, damn, like, listen, he could have been like, you know, hey, you know, want to go out for dinner? I'm like, well, okay. Just don't tell my mama. You know what I mean? But yeah, girl, he asked me for, let me tell you guys, this booty right here, girl, it has everybody going crazy. Okay. Okay, it jiggle. I gotta go, bitch. This video was too fucking messy. Okay, my dog is judging me, bitch. My dog is judging me. He is judging me, girl. He's like, girl, what happened to you, bitch? Anyways, girl, what do we think? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to hit that follow, and I'll see you guys in my next video. I have so many story times, girl. Listen, I have so many things I want to share with you guys, and maybe one day I fucking will. Just one day, just let it all out, bitch. Anyways, I love you all, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Mwah.